Well, thank you so much for taking the time for listening into this amazing opportunity that we have in our hands, which is the LumiSpa launch. And for those of you that have used LumiSpa, you will understand how incredible this product is. Certainly, we will touch on some of the points with the product, but certainly today is all about actually positioning yourself with the business aspect. And really positioning yourself to this growth. You know, get to South Africa and have an amazing time over the next 2 months with this new product. And Graham Hay is joining us today. He is one cool cat from New Zealand. Graham and Sophie, exactly. Graham and Sophie Hay, based in Auckland, New Zealand. They have been doing the new skin business for many years. They're team elites. They used to have a traditional travel business prior to growing their new skin business, and are very well versed in product launches and really leveraging it and maximizing it for your own business. So who else could be sort of shining the light a bit more for us, or better than Graham Hay? So Graham, I'm going to pass it over to you, and if you could give us some awesome success secrets and a formula to help us leverage this launch, that'd be great.
Oh, well, thanks. Hi, Ange, again, and thank you
Hi.
for the opportunity to be with you. Can you hear me okay?
Absolutely, yes.
Good, great. Hi, everyone. Lovely to be able to be with you this afternoon. Thanks for taking time in your busy schedules and, of course, lunch hours. We'll try to get this done and dusted pretty quick, so I might talk fast. Apparently, this is being recorded, so we'll be able to look at it again afterwards as well. Okay. As Ange mentioned, we started in the business a long time ago, 1993, as product consumers, and spent about 7 years dilly-daddling around trying to figure out the rubbish in our head before we understood that this was a real opportunity that could make a difference in our lives. And instead of just making money with a traditional business, which we did, we made a lot of money, we could also have the opportunity to create lifestyle, which is money and time in commensurate value, or commensurate values that we choose. And in 2001, we took up the opportunity with a technology launch, and that was the launch of the biophotonic scanner. My goodness, it's so far. I've almost forgotten what it was called. And it came about when you've probably all heard him or met him. Jeff Gamagami gave me a call one day and said, "Graham, you're working like a dog," to use expression. "You're making lots of money, but what's your exit strategy?" And I had none. And we were doing 80 to 100 hours a week at that time. And so I was always looking. The reason I hadn't taken Nu Skin on beforehand was because I tested it in the beginning and I thought I'd do it my way. And I really thought I could start at the top rather than start at the bottom and work my way up. And that was a bit of an ego trip on my part. And it took me 7 years to figure out that it's probably better that I learn from the best. Those have gone and done it before. And so I said to him, "Listen, I've had this period of time where my goals have never changed. My dream is still there, but it's just the belief in me that was never really present that I could use this business vehicle to make it happen. What do I need to do?" And he said, "Well, you need to take advantage of the opportunities that come because they don't wait for anybody." What is it they say? Opportunity waits for no woman or no man. And so you need to grab them when they come. And the second thing is you have to have a really big reason why. So we got started in 2001. Within 3 months, we were executives on the 9,000 point plan, not the 4,500 point plan. And lo and behold, along with the imminent biophotonic scanner launch, we were emerald by September, and we were making checks of over $20,000 a month. All of that while still running our travel business and fitting Nu Skin into about an hour and a half a day. So when Jeff called and said, we've got an opportunity to talk about, I wasn't ready to look at it straight away. I tried to send him off and I said, "Hey, call me back in 6 months." I'm really busy. But luckily enough for me, he asked this, what I call the $1 million question, and it was, Graham, do you eat breakfast? I kind of thought it was an IQ test, so I went for the top. I said yes, and the next morning he appeared at our place at 7 o'clock in the morning, and around the breakfast table, we had this fateful discussion, and the rest is history. Thank goodness we did, because wow, 4 years into that business, part time, saying goodbye to our old business, we retired. The last 10 years have just been a breeze, a lifestyle that we could have never imagined. In fact, that's what we got into tourism for, was to travel. Now we travel 6 months a year. And I don't say that to impress you, but certainly just to impress upon you that it's totally possible. We do it with our family, around our family, and it's all, every time there's been a launch, we've been able to also, position ourselves and our groups to participate in that. So I just want to share a little bit about that. And we'll start at the beginning. Just tell me if you can see the screen okay.
Yes, we can.
You can see it? Fine, okay.
Yes.
So I want to, and can you see me at the same time? I can't tell if you can.
I can, yes. Yeah.
Okay, all right. No. So I'll make sure that I'm still looking good. Anyway, okay. I wanted to title this, from my perspective, the Big Bang Theory. Okay, otherwise known as making the most of a limited time offer, or an LTO. And for those of us that went to convention and have just come back like totally enthused, I feel like the Energizer Bunny again. Excuse my language. It's been 15 years in the business, 16 now, but I feel like a virgin again. It's like ground zero. We're starting again, because Nu Skin has just said, hey guys, we're going to bring everything to the table: products, platforms, programs. Products, new products coming. We're talking about the LumiSpa today. Platforms, you've got MeCommerce coming. My Shop is already available. You can download it from the App Store, okay? But it's not available for New Zealand. So you can get the app already, start playing around with it just to see how it works. You won't be able to sell anything in Australia or New Zealand, but you can use My Shop to pretend you're doing it and get ready. So when it's live, you can go live, but you can test it out of the US market. Then, of course, the programs, well, Velocity. South Pacific, we're the first country in the world that's got Velocity coming. So, wow, are you ready to put your business on nitro? And all they said to us was, hey, it's your life, it's your business, do it your way. And wow, what freedom is that? I asked a whole group of French people around the world yesterday, what is the ultimate product that Nu Skin has on offer? And I came back with toothpaste, mascara, lip plumping gel, Power Lips, LumiSpa. And I said, yeah, they're all great products, but the real ultimate product that Nu Skin has on offer is total freedom. Total freedom to wake up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and treat it as though it was your weekend. That's what we're about, helping people transform their week into their weekend, maybe working a 2-day week, or transforming the 9 to 5 to a 9 to 5, couple of hours a day, and living on interest. So right now, the table is set. We have the most amazing company, 35 years, 2,000 millionaires. That what kind of experience that is, that comes to this table, that anyone who wants to can take part in this banquet. And your place is there. And you know what? The crazy thing about this is you have to stand up and say, I want to sit at that table, because you know what? Most people are happy to take the crumbs, fall to the floor. And we don't have to. We don't have to. In this day and age, it's become simpler and faster than ever before, but you have to really want it. And you can set the table, your place is there, and we're inviting you to be part of it. And the LTO structure is one that allows us to really do that. The limited time offer is not a product opportunity. It is a business positioning opportunity. And as you know, we've got the LumiSpa launch, which is happening over the next 3 months in the South Pacific. Softer, smoother skin. I got to tell you, here's mine. If you can see it in the video, I have it with me everywhere, apart from the time that my wife steals it, and apart from the time that my son steals it. 21 years old, he's already addicted. And I'm like, this is so much fun. It's so easy to use. 2 minutes. Let's talk about why this is so cool. But first things first. You probably know this already. I just want to make sure that you understand the limited time offer is when the company makes available a limited amount of stock for anyone who wants to participate and position themselves as a business building exercise. And the next two times that this is available, if you haven't already participated in October, is November the 10th and December the 5th. And on the 10th of November, the Age Lock demo kit will be available. You all know that. Okay, so it's the LumiSpa with it, one head already on it, and 2 replacement heads, and 3 packs of gels. Now those gels are not just to use on your face; they are to demo like crazy. Okay, and you can see the price there. One point of reference about this, it's what is it? $4.99 in New Zealand, $3.99, $4.49 in New Zealand, $3.99 in Australia. It's with 200 points. And don't forget that you get a sharing bonus, which means that there's a kind of retail markup already in there. So you want to make sure you place those on at least your front level. Otherwise, that $50 is going to go to your upline. Sorry, Ange, I'm sorry I said that. I've just taken $50 out of your advice.
Yeah, and on that, you can fund that investment for your own one out of toothpaste sales, can't you? Really?
Well, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, so anyway, yeah.
This is not a product purchase, as I said. This is a business positioning opportunity.
Yeah.
And as you said, $399 in Australia or $449 in New Zealand. That is 49 or 50 toothpaste in New Zealand, right? Okay, so 40 or 50. How many referral posts do you need to do that? You know your figures. If you don't, figure it out with Ange, with your sponsor, with your upline executive. Get working on that. You could have 10 referral posts done by tomorrow night or the night after. Probably have it funded already. Not only that, but you'll position yourself as a qualifying executive, because unless you're a qualifying executive, you're not going to get access to these, and that would be a missed opportunity. And, there's 2 types of opportunity in the world. Says those that, well, the kind of opportunity I want to talk about right now is the lost opportunity. And the lost opportunity for people who don't participate in this is literally tens of thousands of dollars come January, because we are going to go on a crescendo, and the big bang will happen on the 5th of January. The 5th, is it? I'm getting confused. I've been talking in so many different time zones, so many different languages and markets. The dates are all different. I'll get to it in a minute. 15th of January. Okay, but the next 2 opportunities is November the 10th and then December the 5th. So whatever you do, you want to make sure that you've completed your LOI by the end of October. Now we've got, how many days is it? 23rd today? We've got 6 days, right? We've got 6 days, including today, till the end of the month. So wherever you are, divide the number of days by the amount of points you've got to do, and then you work out, that'll help you work out your daily objective. And then figure out how many people you got in your team, and then divide that daily objective by the number of people you got in your team, and then you can figure out how much everybody needs to be doing. That kind of control, that kind of management, that kind of planning will put you in a position not only to be LOI'd by the end of the month if you aren't already. I'm presuming you all are, but you will also be able to help other people do it between now and then, because 1,000 points divided by 6 is only like 150 points a day. And if people start sponsoring 2 or 3 people a day very, very quickly, then you divide 150 by 2 or 3 people, that's 50 points a day. Anybody can do that, right? They could do 2 or 3 referral posts on the last day of the month and have it done and dusted. So this is really a positioning opportunity, and I'll show you the figures in a second. So the first opportunity is November the 10th. You want to be ready for that by 30th or 31st, of October. And but the time between now and then is not about finding people who want to buy this as a customer, but find people who want to be ground floor. Imagine this is a brand new company. LumiSpa could go to $1 billion in sales. It'll be bigger than any of the other companies that are launching around here at the moment. It is so cool. And people need to understand this isn't just another product in our bow or another arrow in our quiver. This is like a brand new company launching. And if you treat this like a company launch or a brand new company country opening, you can understand that this is a business decision, not a product decision. The sharing bonus I mentioned, don't forget the $50 for you, so you can get already a major 10, 15, 20% back already, and the commissions will be paid on that. 5th of December, you get a second chance at that pie, and if you've already participated in November, then you get a chance again to place 20 of these LumiSpas, okay? By the time that December the 5th comes along, you'll have other people that will have qualified in November by putting their LOI in, and this is you're speaking French. your your sole focus between now and then is to find who wants to be ground floor, who wants to position themselves to make a big bang on January the 15th and transform their financial future and create freedom in their lives within a 45 or a 60-day period. December the 5th is the day that you can then have 20 of these units created. And let's look at some of the figures very shortly about what this will mean for you. But understand that this is the crescendo. Okay, 10 in the first month of November, 20 in your group, just for you, not counting the LOIs who qualified as Q qualifying executives. You could have 40 or 60 or 80 moved in December. Of course, some of those might go to clients, but you know what? They'll bring you in business builders as well, because they'll just be talking about it crazily around the Christmas period. Okay, at that time, we'll also have refills available for those that have already used up their 3 units of gels, because you want to be going crazy doing demos. Okay, and then the theory turns into the day, the Big Bang Day. January the 15th, 2018 is the day that you will remember. Everything that you did between now and then will be something, it'll be like a line in the sand that shows up, because that'll be the day that completely changes your future if you choose to take this on now. We won't be selling demo kits anymore. Then we'll be selling the launch kit, which is just a one LumiSpa, and the gels. It'll be a 100-point product, a reduced price. The sharing bonus will go down. That's not so much a matter, because you make so much money in commissions at that stage, you won't be worried about the sharing bonus. So again, crescendo, November 10, December 20, January the 15th, bang, Big Bang Theory. If you can envisage that the next, how many days it is, what are we, the 23rd today, 24th, till the 15th, we've got less than November, December, less than 3 months, okay? So that's less than 90 days to completely change your lifestyle. And when you talk about goal setting, if you ever wanted to set a goal, now is the right time, because they say that 90-day goals are the best type of goals to set. You want to have a long-term vision for where you're going, which would be financial freedom, and then you break it down into yearly goals and then into 3 monthly goals, because 3 monthly goals, 90 days is a period of time that is not so far that you can't achieve seeing it being achieved. You know, it's like it's in a foreseeable period of the future, but it's not so close, like 1 month or 1 week, that you don't have the time to actually make it happen. So now is the time to start thinking big. And I swear that not one of us has started dreaming big enough yet, or started planning big enough. Now is the time to do that. And position yourself. It's position, 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 position. If you understand that we have all of those other social sellers, which are amazing, and now we have another great social seller, which is in a different price bracket. But if you power yourself by LumiSpa over the next 90 days, you will see incredible results in your business, because we're not just talking about finding clients, customers. As I said, this is about building and finding entrepreneurs, and you will find them coming flooding out of the woodwork right now. Okay. Now, I just want to tell you, LTO, this system of having a limited time offer where that's only available for a certain amount of time, and then there's no more stock until the next month or the next couple of months, is what created the biggest checks in the history of the company. Ren Ho and Angela Liu from Singapore created the biggest published check, which was $1.3 million for 1 month. Don't get me wrong, it is not the biggest, but it's the biggest that was published, and they used it with an LTO for a product which we called TR90. You probably heard about TR90, okay? But they weren't the only ones that made that. They had people in their business that made $700,000, $800,000 checks in 1 month, okay, because they all, as a team, focused solely on the LTO, using the backup of all of the other consumable products during that time for people who are interested in that, not taking away from your first toothpaste post and all that, and that process, but looking for the entrepreneurs who want to position. Ourselves, we've launched so many different products. We've had times where we've had multi-millions of points. That's more than dollars, right? Of volume go through our organization in 15 minutes. 15 minutes to do the equivalent of what might usually happen in a couple of months, 6-7 months, right? Okay, so this is a time when you can compress time. If you're worried about not having enough time, this is the time to compress your life into 90 days so your new life can start on January the 15th. I hope you're getting what I'm talking about here. I also want to ask you, why is this product better than TR90? Why is this product the opportunity to create massive, massive volume and huge returns? Well, The first thing is it's affordable. It's not going to cost our clients $2,000. It's only a couple of $100. It's got massive appeal. Not everybody wanted to take on a 90-day program to lose weight, no, or build muscle. They just didn't have this stickability. But 2 minutes in the shower every day and those instant results, crazy. Everybody who uses it says, what? I want one.
Amazing.
Compliance is incredible. It's not a hassle to use it because you're taking a shower every day, right? At least one. I hope you're taking two, because then more. It's called more PV, more product volume. Yeah. You're going to get into the islands if you can, because they have 3 showers a day. Don't go to France. They only shower once a day or once every 2 days. That's why they use so much eau de cologne. But, it's consumable. The compliance is not an issue. I have my son stealing mine out of our bathroom. I have to go running around the house to the other bathrooms trying to figure out where mine is, okay? And it leads to consumable products, okay? It leads to consumable products that every month are just going to come on ADR, and nobody's going to be thinking about it anymore while you're sunning yourself on the beach or riding that bike or swimming or diving or whatever it is you're going to do, or helping more people grow their businesses. And it's so demonstrable. And how long does the demo take? You can answer me. Yes, 2 minutes. It's not a 10-minute demo. Okay. It's not a wait for 3 months to see if you've lost any weight or toned or tightened or anything. Okay. This is real. Okay. So we have something that is massive. You're going to probably have to talk to more people. You're going to have to find more consumers in the end, but that will happen because it's affordability, it's appeal, it's compliance, it's consumability, and it's so demonstrable. And then you can have fun with that. You probably know that, you've probably seen this, but do you know why 1 + 2 = 7? We're talking about exponential growth now, right? 1 unit, twice a day, 7 benefits. You know the story. Have fun. This is just going crazy around the world as we speak right now. And if you're not using it, then you're probably missing out on an opportunity. So I hope this is going to be a wake-up call. So what's your focus? October. There you are. Wonder Woman of U-Tribe. Okay, here you are. You've either already completed your LOI, you're an executive or not. Wherever you are, it doesn't matter. Right now, your sole and unique focus is completing your LOI by the end of the month and helping the others to do that as well. I'm going to do some figures and show you how this works if it's just you and if you're starting from 0 today. Okay, so there you are. Okay, you're focusing on this. Okay, Wonder Woman of U-Tribe. Okay, in the movie, it's a little bit of a what do you call it? I'm gonna talk a little bit about the movie. I hope you've seen it. It's one of my favorite movies. I've watched it twice already on the planes, and I'm gonna get it out and watch it again. Trevor said to her while they were in the on the battlefield, you can't save them all. She was looking at the others who were dying on the other side of the trenches, and she said, what am I going to do? And he said, you can't save them all. And she said, I know, and that is what I'm going to do. And I tell you, ladies of U-Tribe, that's the kind of attitude that's going to make a difference right now for you, because in the trenches, right where you are today, no matter what your situation is, the kids, your husband, your job, your lack of time, your lack of confidence, your lack of experience, it doesn't matter. Whatever the little voice in your head, it's not Trevor now, it's a little voice in your head who's the biggest enemy here, says that you can't have them all LOI, or you can't LOI by the end of the month. No matter what that little voice is saying, you need to take on the voice of a U-Tribe boss babe, a U-Tribe boss babe that says, I know, and that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, because it's only your declaration that's going to make a difference. And when you do, then you go out and you find the way. It doesn't matter if you don't know how to do it. Create the plan with your upline and your support team and just get the job done. In the end, love conquers all. And I know that that's where you're coming from, because you're not doing this just for yourselves. You're doing it for your kids and your families and those that you love the dearest. So let's get it done. 6 days to change the history of all of our families. Okay. So November, what are you doing? You're focusing on placing 10 LumiSpas in your group by finding not the old people who have got no idea why they're in it, but those that understand that this is a business building opportunity today. You can go back to the others, but go to the new ones and find 10 that say, yes, I've got the $399 or the $449, and I am going to use that as an investment in me and my family and my future. And you're going to have those placed through your access codes to the LTO website, and you're going to all take days off. And see that little computer screen set up on the right? This is what you need to be thinking like. Day off work, definitely. You do not want to be trying to do this from work. on the 10th of November. You want to call in sick, or you want to take a holiday. You want to resign if you have to, because the stock will go. It will not be waiting around. I want to tell you, when we did these previous ones, our personal team took 45 to 50% of the total South Pacific market, because we treated this like a NASA spaceship launch control center. We had everybody that we knew that could operate a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, computers are better, to be with us. And we had all of these computers lined up in one place. We made sure that our internet connection was all cable-based, not Wi-Fi, so it wasn't going to fall out. And we made sure that we'd paid our bill, and we made sure that our credit cards were all had enough to make the orders that we were going to place. And we had Excel spreadsheets that we had the name of the person who wanted it, we had their ID number, we had their shipping address, and then we had their credit card numbers all ready, so that if they weren't ready, if they weren't going to get off work to place their order, that we took control of our business like Wonder Woman, and Wonder, you try Boss Babe, who says, I know, and I'm going to do it, and get it sorted. And when that happens, then you're going to see 2,000 points of volume happen in your business just on your access code, let alone all the other access codes that you've got by then. And you're going to see it happen in 3 to 5 to 10 minutes. Okay? There'll be no mucking around that month, and then we'll be celebrating with champagne all over the South Pacific. Are you with me?
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then November the 10th. Okay? You're ordering your stuff on November the 10th. And you understand that up until then you're selling 45 toothpaste or whatever it is that you have to move, or selling that car that's sitting in that you're never using, or that extra sofa. Whatever you have to do, it doesn't matter. Just do it. We have people who sold a car to participate in an LTO, and with that extra cash that they made 10 times as much in commission. Okay, they sold a $4,000 old car. Okay, and and they used $1,000 of that to then, because they didn't have spare cash, but the only thing they could do there was sell a car, and then they used $1,000 to buy products. It wasn't the TR90, it was another one, but they made $10,000 in commission from that. Okay, because they were the example, and they taught other people to do that as well. Just get the job done, whatever it takes. Then for the continuation of November, all your focus will be is to use your business tool, because it's not a product, right? It's a business tool for demos. So you've got 10 of these units, right? They're out there in your group, and you're going to start managing that. You're going to manage your own demos. Demo, how many can you do a day? At 2 minutes a demo, how many could you do a day? Well, if you know that they can be done in spa parties, LumiSpa parties, maybe you do 10 in one time. Maybe you could do them at work. Maybe you can do them at family events. Maybe you could do it on bus and the train. You've seen the pictures of the hands that look completely different. Make sure you got your wipes and your little spray water humidifier, and what do you call it? Vaporizer. I'm speaking in French. NAPCA, so you can wash it off, and do it on the bus or in the train with somebody. 3 demos a day. Is that possible? If you believe it is, you can. Okay, so get your team and organize it so that you know who's doing what. It might take a daily call, yeah, and you can do it all through UChibe so that everybody's focused together on doing that, so everybody knows why they're doing it and what they're doing. Okay, it's going to be so much fun. It'll be crazy. And then December, what's going to happen in December? Well, you're going to be focusing on December the 5th, where you're going to place 20 of these units, and 20 of these units at 200 points is going to put 4,000 points of organizational volume. It might be in your circle group, might be in somebody else's detached group, okay, wherever you need to place these, because people are coming in and saying, I want to be ground floor. I know that I can't save them all, and that's what I'm going to do, because that's the kind of attitude that it's going to take. And 20 units placed is only your access. You probably got 5 or 10 by that time, other people that are going to have that amount of access codes as well. So you can 20 times the figures that I'm talking about, right? Okay, so we're talking about big volumes in December. That's going to pay for all of your Christmas presents that you spent up too large on, and pay off your credit card debt straight away, ready for January. And then what are you going to do? An average of 3 demos per day. You can do for more. You might be less if you're a small player. It's your choice. You remember, your life, your business, your way. Okay. Sit at the table and eat the banquet, or eat the crumbs on the floor. It's your choice. The spa parties, the at work, the family events around Christmas are just incredible. Everybody line up and do the demo. Take your opportunity. We've been doing 2 or 3 demos a day just from people coming into our house, let alone taking it out yet. Again, the bus and the train, wherever it is, just make it happen. Now, January the 15th, D-Day. Here we said, Big Bang Day. Big bang, okay? Holiday from work, but not from your business, not from your life, okay? Make sure that everything is sorted. The kids are taken care of. Your husband's either supporting you by copying and pasting the info on a computer next door to you, or he's out of the place. Make sure all the food is ready. Make sure your bills are paid, everything. You've got to think like a NASA control center. You've seen, Hidden Figures, okay? It was the woman that made that place happen. But you got to think like the control center captain, okay, to make sure it's happening for all of your team. Okay, so what could be the possibility there? November activity, if you've got 10 spas placed and they're doing 3 demos a day, that's 30 demos per day. I hope you can see this on your screen. If they only work 15 days of November, because, the 10th to the 15th, okay, or, the 10th to the 12th, and then you get 15 days of work done, that's 450 demos. Are you with me? It's not you doing 450 demos, but it's a group of 10 people. So your sole and unique focus between now and the 10th is finding those 10 people who are going to say, yep, I can do 3 demos a day for at least 15 days of November, and I know that my investment of $449 or $339 is going to return me in commissions from people taking all the other social sellers is going to pay me back already by the end of that month. Now, that's November, okay? And then you bring on December. Well, those first 10 spas will keep working. 3 demos a day, that's 30 demos a day. I don't know, 20 days work in December just from demos. I'm talking about 6 minutes plus talking time. We're not talking about the whole day, right? You can still look after the kids, plan Christmas, cook the turkey, have the barbecue sorted, make sure your husband's doing all the housework and all that while you're doing your 6 minutes of demos a day. Yeah? It's all about organization and communication. Call your mother and tell her she needs to come and look after the kids 2 or 3 times a week just for December so that you can get your life sorted. Yeah, that's what we did when we went from Ruby to Blue Diamond. Mum, I love you. And I love you so much that I'm going to make a difference in my life that we're never going to trouble you again. Come and look after our son 3 days a week, pick him up from school so that we can get the job done. Okay? Took us 5 months to go from Ruby to Blue Diamond. I kid you not. Okay? Now you could do that too, faster because we got everything. The table is set. The banquet is ready. Your place is waiting. Okay. Now remember in December, sorry about that digression there. We've got 20 extra spas that are going to be placed. It's not just you, it's everybody looking for them, okay? You place those 20 spas, that's 4,000 points of volume, and then they get working for 3 demos a day. That's the focus. That's what you've told them before, and that's what you're telling them on a daily basis afterwards. If they do 20 days from the 5th to the end, right? It's a big ask, okay? But, they may do 10 demos for 3 or 5 or 10 of those days. They may do 1 demo. These are just figures. I want to show you what could happen. Okay? And maybe they do 15 days. There's no guarantee in any of this. And you can make it happen. Yeah? Then the January activity. Okay? Don't think that January is slide off on holiday. No, no. This will be the 1 January you'll thank yourself for not taking a holiday. 30 spas, because it's the first 10 and then the second 20. That's 30 times 3 demos a day. 90 demos a day is your potential. If they only did 10 days out of the first 15 days, okay, work, that's 900 demos. Do you get me? If you total up all of those demos, that's 3,150 demos. There's no way you can do that on your own. You've got to get a team going. Yeah? I hope you're getting the point here. I think I'm over time. Okay, but 3,150 demos on the 15th of January. Will they all turn into LumiSpa purchases? Depends how strong you are about it. Maybe you're taking money up front. Maybe you're getting them to lay-by. Maybe you've got their credit card details and you debited it already. Okay, up to you. You are chief of your business. It's your life, your business, your way. But if you think like a business owner, then you will take business owner actions. But even if it was only 50% of those that converted to a 100-point purchase. Okay, so it's only a couple of $100 in each of our countries to do this, and get the LumiSpa client package on that day, it's going to go berserk. Like I told you, you're going to need the day off. You're going to need your cortisol. I haven't mentioned it. Make sure you got your cortisol for everybody. Okay, everybody in the house, because they're going to be so excited, and you'll be so nervous. It's going to be crazy. But if that happened, you'd have 1,575 LumiSpas purchased. What's the volume that will create? It's going to be quite a bit, right? Because the volume on those LumiSpas, okay, which is a lot of LumiSpas, okay, is 100 PV. 100 PV. So this is where this LTO has such power. There's no way you can do 157,500 PV in your 4th month of business if you're just getting started now without an LTO. It just doesn't happen. Okay, so you need to use this opportunity, the banquet that's been set for us. And the real question is, how much do you get paid on that? Well, if it's all in your circle group, it's going to be massive. It's going to be up to 40% on the top end, because we'll be running velocity by then. Okay, but I can't guarantee where that volume is going to be falling in your business. It might be in executive breakaway groups, and the minimum that you're going to get paid is 5%. Okay, so remember, I'm talking minimums here, and 5% of 157,500 points of volume in your business, okay, that's $7,875 US. Okay, how's that for a bonus check for the first month of the year? Okay, for some of us, it's more than we make in our part-time businesses anywhere else for a whole year, right? Okay, now this is the power of the LTO, and you convert that to Australian New Zealand dollars, we're talking about $10,000 checks. Because I talked about 5%. But what about the 10% component? Or what about the 40% component? Okay, I hope you get me, that I'm not trying to scare you with bigger figures. I'm trying to tone this down so far that you get that this is real, and that although that little voice in your head is saying, I can't do this, that the U-Tribe boss babe understands that this is so toned down that Graham is crazy trying to make you believe that this type of small type of commission is possible for you in January, because you figured it out already. It's not 50% conversion rate. It's not 3 demos per day. No, it's way more than that. And it's not 5%. Okay. And it's not just you starting right now, because you've all got people in LOI already. Okay. Because you see, if you started just like that, it would be that $10,000 check. But if in October your focus between now and the next 6 days, end of month, is to get as many LOIs done, and you're in the trenches right where you are saying, even though the little voice is saying you can't have them all LOI, and you're going, yes, I know, and that's what I'm going to do. Okay. And then you have 2 people that do that, right? Then the figures that I told you about just then are going to be doubled or tripled. Do you follow me? I know some of you have got 5 or 6 people already qualified for this. Okay, so I don't even want to talk about that, because you won't believe it. Okay, my wife says when we started having multi-million-dollar volumes fly through that computer in 10 minutes, it was triple orgasmic. Excuse my language. Cut that part out of this video later, okay? But she had triple orgasms, and I wasn't even involved. What do you think that did to my confidence? Okay, I got to tell you, ladies, you're on something so big here that you've got to understand where you're at. Remember, okay, that 10,000 check could be doubled or tripled or even, okay. I think you got the picture, right? So what's your focus? Complete your LOI and get as many people through LOI by the end of October. Okay, you can go back and watch the pertinent parts of this. Okay, and the only thing I left to say is, if you want to stop eating the crumbs and start sitting at the table, then just sit up at the table with us and play. Okay, and when I say play, I mean get to work. Thanks for your time.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Graham.